Hello children, last class we saw about the steps involved in recombinant DNA technology, and I was telling you the steps, what are the basic steps involved in that. Today also the more or less the same thing, but today we are going to see about the construction of the first recombinant DNA. That is what we are going to see with the plasmid. Okay, you know very well plasmid already. What was the first thing? Construction of the first DNA, recombinant DNA with the native plasmid. About that we are going to see today. See, the construction of the first recombinant DNA, it emerged from for linking a gene encoding antibiotic resistant. What that gene they extracted from DNA was encoding antibiotic resistant. And this resistant with the native plasmid which acted as a vector, plasmid extracircular chromosomal DNA. It was from this native plasmid was from Salmonella typhimurium. This is it's also a bacteria, Salmonella typhimurium. This is a diagram of Salmonella typhimurium. So the construction of the first recombinant DNA by linking a gene which was responsible for antibiotic resistant with the native plasmid from the bacterium of Salmonella typhimurium. Okay, and Stanley Cohen and Herbert Boyer, these accomplished this in 1972 by isolating this antibiotic resistant gene by cutting a piece of DNA from a plasmid which was responsible for conforming antibiotic. You can see this diagram. It's a recombinant plasmid. See this one. It was conforming antibiotic resistant gene. It was a conforming antibiotic resistant gene. See these once the plasmid has got this, we can say plasmid mediated resistant actually is a transfer of this antibiotic resistant gene which are carried on plasmids. Okay, this gene transfer of this antibiotic resistant gene which are carried on plasmids like this. Okay, because we saw already the steps here and you know very well how they have linked this. Same thing, this plasmid of Salmonella typhimurium. Okay, antibiotic was carrying this antibiotic resistant gene. Okay, so it is given actually these two scientists by cutting a piece of DNA from the plasmid. Okay, so the cutting of the DNA at specific locations. Okay, it was possible. Already I said you have tools for this recombinant DNA technology. It was possible with the help of the restriction enzymes known as molecular scissors. Okay, see this will see molecular scissors. Actually, it's not the real scissors. The restriction enzymes will cut the DNA at specific locations. Okay, that particular gene encoding antibiotic resistant. In this we are seeing that. Okay, about this restriction enzymes, how it cuts and all, we'll see in the next class. Okay, how the tools of recombinant DNA technology it works. Okay, it is otherwise restriction enzymes or otherwise known as molecular scissors, because it cuts the DNA sequence at specific locations, and then you have this cut end will be joined with a plasmid which will carry. I already said this transfer of antibiotic resistant gene which are carried on plasmids. Okay, so this is possible with that. And the cut piece, normal thing which will be just linked with the plasmid DNA, and this plasmid DNA will act as vectors. You know very well why act as vector, because they carry the piece of DNA, foreign DNA, alien DNA attached to it. Okay, so the linking of this antibiotic resistant gene became possible. How it is? They have cut with the help of this. They are cutting and they have to link it, join it. How it is possible? With one more enzyme which is known as DNA ligase. See these enzymes, these the cut ends. How it is joining? Okay, with the help of this DNA ligase enzyme, the cut end or joined. This is a diagram for you to understand here how it is joined. The cut end is they have cut to the molecular scissors and how it is joined the plasmid area by the enzyme DNA ligase. Okay, it is possible with the enzyme DNA ligase. So it will join the ends. This makes a new recombinant DNA that is carrying encoding antibiotic resistant gene, and when this DNA is transferred into Escherichia coli, that is also a bacterium, it could replicate. Okay, when this is the DNA is transferred into E. coli, it could replicate using the new host. Here also one enzyme which is known as DNA polymerase enzyme. It acts as a catalyst. It catalyzes and makes a multiple. Actually makes multiple. It can replicate. It acts as a catalyst. Okay, when this is introduced into the Escherichia coli, a bacterial cell, into the host cell, this will, using the DNA polymerase in the host cell, it will replicate. This polymerase enzyme in the host cell acts as a catalyst, and it is used to replicate. Okay, this replicate using this new host DNA polymerase enzyme and makes multiple copies of this antibiotic resistant gene. Okay, so it acts as a catalyst and it replicates. Okay, it replicates using the DNA polymerase, new host DNA polymerase, and make multiple copies of antibiotic resistant gene like this. So this is known as, that is what the same thing, cloning. Here also we saw the same thing, cloning, but that was encoding this gene. I said no, this is a press resistant. Like that, you can have so many gene of desirable DT, anything. This is encoding copies of antibiotic resistant gene. More copies, it replicates identical copies. Okay, so this is what today's this construction of the first recombinant DNA was done like this. Okay, I already said plasmid mediated resistant this is. Okay, that is a transfer of antibiotic resistant gene which are carried on plasmids. They carry it, that is what they act as vector. Okay, they just carry the piece of alien DNA attached to it. Okay, so now we have to just learn the 3 basic steps in genetically modifying an organism. What are the 3 basic steps in genetically modifying an organism? You can see the previous steps in, that is nothing but identification of DNA with desirable genes. See, here you can see. Here what is that desirable? This one I can say. But this diagram I can say this is identification. Only 3 steps involved in genetically modifying an organism. Identification of DNA with a desirable gene, whatever you are going to take. Okay, then introduction of this identified DNA into the host cell. Okay, then maintenance of introduced DNA in the host and transfer of the DNA to the progeny to take more copies. These are the 3 steps. Okay, actually that was the construction and the steps involved. Basically both are same only except for the desirable gene. Okay, same plasmid. I said cutting restriction endonuclease and joining molecular scissors and joining by DNA ligase. These are different kinds of enzymes which are present in bacteria. That will see the nature of these enzymes and other things in the next class. Okay, children, have a great day.